I'm going to show you credible certifications you can get for under $1,000, under $300, and even for free. But first, what's the difference between an expensive certification and a more affordable certification? Well, to show you, I'm going to buy some cornflakes. First, you'll notice the store brand First Street cornflakes are $3.99. That's the cheap stuff. Then you have the Kellogg's brand we all know for $4.99. What's the difference between the cheap cornflakes and the expensive cornflakes? It's kind of like expensive credentials versus cheap credentials. Is there really a difference between the expensive credentials or the cheap credentials? We're going to find out. UDEMY has the cheapest coach certifications. Some are even free. Compare that to the Berkeley Executive Coaching Institute, which has a certification for $21,500, or the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching, which has one for $11,950. I found 10,000 coach certifications on Udemy's platform that you can access via any browser, device, or phone. What's really cool about many of them is that when you complete the course, in some cases you can print out a certificate with your name on it. We have 2 courses on there. One is called Become a Paid Life Coach Online, and that has 6 hours of content and 13 lectures. The other is called Coach Certification Training, which has 14 hours of content in 23 lectures, all for less than $100. Let me show you what I mean.
If you go to Udemy, like I'll show you, I was telling you, here, Udemy, you got 10,000 results for coach certification, right? And you've got 4,099 at the beginner level, you've got 1,967 at the intermediate level, and there's 507 at the expert level. So, gives you a chance to have a great place to start looking for the less expensive, cheaper certifications. In fact, we have a couple on here, like I was telling you. We have 92,469 students and hours, and we have to Become a Paid Life Coach Online, which is our free course on Udemy. That's 6 hours, 13 lectures, and that's at the beginner level. And then we have our paid version, which is Coach Certification Training, and that's an intermediate level, and that's 14 hours and 23 lectures for less than $100. So that's a great place to start. Or if you prefer, you can search here on Udemy more and look for coach certification and really anything that you could be looking for.
The next cheapest coach certifications are non-ICF approved coach certifications. We have one for a couple $100 called Coach Certification Training. You can find out about here.
For a couple $100 here, $399, we have one for ourselves, coachcertificationtraining.com/certification. We have a coach certification training there that you can check out.
You can also find some by doing a Google search. And yes, I know it sounds silly that I'm telling you to do a Google search, but that's how I found several. So how you may want to do that is search under whatever niche you want to do. So let's say you want to become a life coach, you would search under life plus coach plus certification. Or if you want to become a relationship coach, you would search under relationship plus coach plus certification. Links to all this stuff is in the description, but don't go just yet, because you need to know which ones make sense for you. I'm about to cover, out of all these certification options, which one should you choose. But to show you how to do it, let's try some cereal. First, we've got our Kellogg's cornflakes, old reliable, everyone knows. And we've got our store brand First Street cornflakes that we picked up when you went to the store with me. So let's try them out. Looks like the Kellogg's ones maybe are a little bit bigger per flake. Let's taste these. Okay, I don't notice any taste difference at all. Texture is exactly the same. Like I was saying, the flakes do seem to be maybe slightly bigger in the Kellogg's, the size of them, compared to the First Street cornflakes. So again, these were $3.99, these were $4.99. So what's the difference? There isn't. The only difference is packaging. For what it does, expensive cornflakes are not worth it. You're basically paying $1 extra for packaging. So is your certification like cereal? Sometimes it is. How? The vast majority of the coaching industry is not regulated, and people don't even really expect to evaluate you as a coach based on your certification. If you're a good coach and you're able to get results for yourself and others, and people like you, then they'll hire you. The aspects of the coaching industry that do require a specific certification are the exceptions that prove the rule. So out of all these options for coach certifications, which one do you choose? Well, it depends on what kind of coaching you want to do and for who. If you're looking for a job as an employee working at a company as a coach, that's one way. Or if you're looking to be an entrepreneur and get clients from the general public, that's another way. If you're looking to get clients from the general public as an entrepreneur coach, they don't even really know what certifications are respected in the coaching industry. And they really don't care if you're certified or not. What they're concerned about is, can you get a result? And there's several ways to show you can get a result. One is you can know a lot about a subject, maybe be a subject matter expert in that particular area. Another way is to be really good at the coaching process, so you can take people through that coaching process and help them define results. Another way is maybe have testimonials where you're able to show them examples of clients similar to them that you've been able to help get a result. And another way would be for you to be able to get the results for yourself and show that you've gotten results yourself. Tony Robbins, for example, is an example of a coach that never got an expensive coaching certification, yet made millions of dollars helping millions of people all over the world. My original mentor, Eric Lofholm, also used to work for Tony, and he never got an expensive coach certification, but also made millions of dollars helping people. Many coaches spend thousands of dollars and waste years getting unnecessary coach certifications. These certifications, a lot of the times, their specific coaching niche don't even value them, so it ends up being total overkill. Some cases, these coaches even use it as an excuse to avoid going out and finding clients to build a business with. It reminds me of a client that I had, we'll call them Overkill Phil. Now, you don't want to be like Overkill Phil. Overkill Phil took every coach training imaginable, yet they never went out and consistently talked to potential new clients. So all that wasted time and energy, they had all this knowledge, but no clients and no business. And when you'd ask them about it, they would say, well, Chris, I don't want to give the impression that I'm an expert yet. It's very sad. So just like expensive cornflakes, for what it does, expensive certification is not worth it. There are several niches where you don't need an expensive coach certification to be successful and make a difference. One, for example, would be life coaching. Another would be relationship coaching. And another one could be business coaching. Let me show you some examples.
Some examples here of niches that don't require an expensive certification. I did a search on Google for relationship coach, and I found a Jordan Gray who wrote a book that went #1 on Amazon and has been a coach for a decade at least. His work's been featured in the New York Times, BBC, Forbes, the Huffington Post, etc., Business Insider. And so he's making a difference for people. I don't see a mention of an expensive coach certification here for him as a relationship coach. Also, a Jessica Yaffa, who holds several positions of leadership in the mental health community, founded a non-profit, No Silence, No Violence, helping out domestic abuse victims, and as a survivor of extreme domestic violence herself, she's using her experience to make a difference for others. Great for her. And I do see that she has mentioned becoming a certified relationship coach. However, I don't see any mention of what specifically she got her certification in. So it doesn't appear to be, and I can only assume it isn't an ICF or an expensive coach certification. But she's using her experience to make a difference in getting certified. It sounds like she likely did not get an expensive one, it appears. Either way, she's making a huge difference for people in her actions and her experience, clearly. Now you've got a life coach. I did a search under life coach, and I found a couple of results here. Here's Talani Medaner, hope I'm pronouncing that right, wrote a best-selling book, Coach Yourself to Success, and she's been featured in numerous magazines from Newsweek to Men's Fitness and been on international television and radio programs, including the BBC and CBS Saturday Morning. So you have someone who's out making a difference there in the life coach situation. Also, here we got business coach I did a search for. So I found a little bit here. What I found was a Natasha Mitchell here, a international business consultant for over 20 years. I don't see any mention of a coach certification here at all, honestly. And a lot of times as a business coach, it's more of a competency thing and skill set thing and experience thing. But I don't see anything specific on her bio here mentioning coach certification. Then there's also a John Bullman here, MBA, finance and marketing, wrote a book called Profitability Thinking. And if you look at his bio, he says he's worked with hundreds of business owners, but I don't see any mention of a coach certification. So he likely doesn't have an expensive coach certification, although obviously educated with his MBA. And then I also found a Liz Wolfe here who created a successful computer consulting business with her husband, been married for 24 years, so successful there, and has a farming background. So really it just kind of shows anyone who cares about people, wants to make a difference, can do this if they're committed to making a difference. And it's not required to have a expensive certification for these niches.
If you liked that insider tip, that's what this channel is all about. So be sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Now, are there situations where you should pay a lot more for an expensive certification? Yes, let me show you. And I'm here at Bamboo Sushi to show you what I mean. Let's get some sushi.
Hey everyone, yeah, I picked Bamboo because they won the Open Table Diner's Choice Award 5 years in a row. And they were on the local news as the best sushi in town. So looking forward to checking this out.
Cool, so you see, got some sushi here at Bamboo Sushi. It's exciting, about 50 bucks worth of sushi. Okay, we're trying to get some gas station sushi to test with our Bamboo Sushi, and I've had a heck of a time finding any places with sushi. Here we are, another gas station, see if we can find cold stuff. I don't see any sushi, so I may be out of luck. Let me ask them. Hi, this may seem like an odd question, but do you guys happen to have any sushi? Or is gas station sushi no longer a thing? No? Okay, I was trying to find some. See if it still exists. Thank you anyway. All right, here we go. Still trying. Hey, how's it going? You guys don't happen to have any sushi, do you? No? Is that even a thing? Does anyone do that anymore?
I don't know.
All right, now we're at the 7-Eleven. I've been to like 10 places today. Find sushi. Have not found sushi at any of these places. Yeah. Sandwiches. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Do you guys have any sushi?
No.
No one has any sushi at gas stations anymore, do they? It's like a myth.
I don't know if I ever saw sushi at a gas
Okay. But she says Walmart has it, so I think she's right, because I've been to Walmart before and I think I saw it. So we're gonna go to Walmart and do the next best thing. Get some sushi there. Normally sushi is some high-end stuff, and for good reason. So let's see what Walmart sushi would be in comparison. Let's go check it out. Okay, here we are at Walmart looking at the sushi. Looks like we got some California rolls here. Spicy crab roll, California roll, okay, cream cheese. So let's look at this California roll. Ooh, California roll, avocado, ooh, avocado. Surimi rice, sesame seeds, ooh, exciting. Let's see what's in this. How much is this? Well, it's $5. We just paid 50 bucks for sushi. I wonder if there's a difference between $50 sushi and $5 sushi. We're about to find out. If you look at this, oh, look what we got in here. Artificial crab flavor. Potassium chloride. This is a good one. Tetrasodium pyrophosphate. Let's get it, let's check it out. Let's taste test our bamboo sushi. I know what the kids are gonna eat tonight. I'm gonna want to eat all this sushi. It's so good. Yeah, you can taste the fish, very fresh. Doesn't fishy at all. The rice is perfect texture. You got moisture, but it's not mushy. Everything just fits together seamlessly. So it's really good. I've tried a lot of places, but it's a really good place. So yeah, that's fantastic. Now let's try and see the Walmart California roll. So we'll give that a shot here. Medic! Oh! Okay. Yeah, it wasn't quite that bad, but I got it down. Okay? Wasn't quite that bad. By the way, no coaches were hurt in the filming of this video. Okay, so we've done our taste test of our Walmart sushi versus our Bamboo sushi. What's the verdict? Well, the difference is that you can taste the fresh fish, you can taste the rice and everything. It looks like you just came out of the ocean today and was just put together today. The Walmart sushi, nothing wrong with it if you're in a hurry and you're at Walmart and you want a bite of sushi. However, I'm pretty sure it was frozen when I got it. It was super cold. They're not going to make you sick, okay? But if you want to impress a young lady and you want to take her on a date, and you take her to Bamboo, then maybe there's another chance she'll get another date. But if you take her out for Walmart sushi, my recommendation would be make other plans, because you're probably never going to see her again. So for what it does, expensive sushi is worth the cost. You get what you pay for. When is a certification like sushi? When you're trying to get a coaching job. You want to have a certification that will impress them and that will give them confidence that they'll look good by hiring you. So you don't want to go the fast or the cheap route in these situations. Alan Myers, who works with us, sets the standards for the US government in coaching. He also helped us set up our ICF program. Alan has made it a point to keep his PCC credential up to date, not only because he works for the government, but also because he certifies our students for the ICF. And in order to do that, of course, he needs to be certified himself. ICF approved trainings tend to be the most expensive ways to get a certification. To find out more information about that, go to coachingfederation.org. We have an approved course on there. You can find us under JTS Advisors. If for some reason you have difficulty finding us, go to mastercoachuniversity.com and we can help you. Let me show you how to search the site.
Okay, so I'll show you how to find us and others on the ICF International Coaching Federation website, coachingfederation.org. You go there, you click on Coach Training. It takes you here. Find a coach training program and learn more. Training Program Search Service, TPSS. There's a video here. You can, 6.5 minutes that you can go through and it'll give you some tips. I will give you some tips myself. First, I'll show you how to find us. JTS Advisors here is the name at the bottom under Training Organization. Search. There we are. JTS Advisors, program name Master Coach University, ACSTH stands for Approved Coach Specific Training Hours. So we'll click on that, and there we are, JTS Advisors, Master Coach University, approved for 160 hours. You can get in training with us. There's Mr. Alan Myers I was mentioning earlier. So there you are. Okay. And let's go back to the results, do a new search so you can find whatever you want. I'll explain this a little bit. So these designations are these symbols. So ACSTH stands for Approved Coach Specific Training Hours. Okay. The ACTP stands for Accredited Coach Training Program. And the CCE stands for Continuing Coach Training, basically. So you're not going to need the CCE until after you're already ICF credentialed, if you choose to go that route. Most will initially do the ACSTH for their initial training. That gives you 30 hours or more toward a credential. So we will pick that. Then for the training delivery method, you can pick from virtual, in-person, or a combination of virtual and in-person. A lot of people will pick virtual. So we'll look at that. And then in training language, you will want to pick the training language that's probably your home language. As the saying goes, whichever one you talk to your spouse when you're irritated with them, your home language. So anyway, use that one. And then for as coaching specialty, they will teach you the core competencies. So you don't need to pick a niche on here yet unless you really know you want to do let's say health and fitness, or you really know you want to do relationship coaching, and you can use command, and you can pick more than one if you want to. But I would recommend, if you're new, to don't select anything specific. You can always pick one later. So you are ready to do a search at this point. So we will search and you will see lots and lots of options that you can do. So you just pick one that may speak to you. I'm just going to go with here are the I'm just going to pick one. Okay, Rainer Institute. I'm just going to pick one. Okay, so there's 70 hours. You can get there at the bottom here. It gives you a website, you know, an email address you can go to, so you can go and you can check out you know, any more information you want to find on that. So that's how you search for anything on the ICF website.
Now we have our own ICF approved training called Core Competency Certification Program. And in that we teach you all the required ICF core competencies. We also help you get the required training hours to qualify to apply for an ICF certification.
To find our version of the ICF training, you can go to mastercoachuniversity.com. We call this core competency, and I'll show you how to do that. So mastercoachuniversity.com, all programs. You go down to coach certification. We're looking for get your coach certification, ACSTH. Remember, that stands for approved coach specific training hours. You click that one. We go to core competency certification program if you want to find out about that, and you can get on the interest list when we do those trainings and find out more about it that way.
Now, what niches might require a more expensive certification? Well, as I said, a coaching job may require it. Also, in a health coaching situation, you may need to have certain industry-specific certifications to work in that particular coaching field. Also, in money or financial coaching, you may need certain ethical or industry-specific certifications in order to practice in that particular field. Let me show you what I found.
I just wanted to show you a few jobs that may require you spending money on a more expensive certification. So here's an example of a job as an executive coach. This is a job listing, and they're requiring a pertinent coaching qualification, preferably issued by the International Coaching Federation, which is what we've been talking about, the ACC, PCC, or the MCC designation. So in this case, they would require an ICF credential. So it's a situation where you may want to pay more money for an ICF credential so you can qualify for jobs like this. Here's a health coach job listing that I found. They require a certification from an accredited professional health coach training program required, and they give a number of them there. So again, as a health coach, a person might want to get specific credentialing. This one doesn't mention any ICF ones in this particular listing. I also have a client, Julianne, I worked with, and she's got several certifications. She's a registered dietitian. She has a master's in nutrition, and she's certified in food sensitivities. She's very successful, and her position required her to get some additional credentialing. And also here in the financial coach job, they require pertinent coaching qualification, CPF, ACC, PCC, MCC, or any financial coaching certifications. So for example, that ACC, PCC, and MCC are International Coach Federation certifications. So to qualify for this job, they would need to get one of those credentials, or sometimes in financial coach jobs or money coach jobs, they do require something around licensing for certain insurances or certain securities that you may be involved in advising people on, or a certified financial planner designation, those kinds of things. So a lot of times for jobs, if you're looking for a niche and you want to get a job in that niche, with a company, a lot of times they will require a more expensive credential.
If you want to work with individuals to find love or to succeed in their business, then find the least expensive, fastest certification that will still require you to learn a coaching method you can feel confident will allow you to get great results with clients. Certifications aren't for clients to decide on coaches. They're for coaches to give themselves permission to market the help that they offer. Now, if you want to impress a corporation or do executive coaching, then it may make sense to pay a little bit more for the prestige of an expensive certification. The most affordable certification is whatever certification allows you to do the kind of coaching you want to do. If you get too cheap of a certification, you may not qualify to do the kind of coaching that you want. On the flip side, if you get too expensive of a certification, you may waste unnecessary time and money and never get around to coaching anybody. Now, you might feel ready to pick the correct certification for you, but everyone's situation is a little bit different. You might not want to do that until you watch this no-nonsense talk on coach certification that I did in this video titled, "Can I be a life coach without certification? What coaching schools don't want you to know." There, I go into even more detail on the financial fallout of overspending on certification. California roll. Spicy crab roll. We did it. We found it. We finally did it.